Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Utah State Aggies, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Wyoming Cowboys. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Justin Palmer with me in the booth.
Yes,
guys, we are ready to tee it up. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cowboys offense will have the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control.
Dude, I can't see my own
that the fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
This is awesome.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there.
Great.
Giving up some size and still making the play.
Beautiful.
They'll line up for a second down play.
I'm gonna miss a receiver.
Dropping back, it's Cole. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more
Dang
because
it.
it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Oh,
He finds his man.
downfield.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snaps it in the shotgun. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like, a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets him.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing the secondary.
Grabs it in the middle.
Oh my
And
gosh.
they
Dang
finally
it.
haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Cowboys racing to the line in the hurry up.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's
trying to
got
slow
any
play,
space around him,
damn
he's able to
it.
burst. He's able to make people miss and get
Got it.
extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Nice job by the defense, staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And that corner
Tackle.
came in hot
Great.
despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Oh, it's a
They'll
good
come to the
tackle
line for the eighth
when you get him on the
snap
ground.
this opening drive, facing a third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Cole. And the pass is incomplete,
Good.
jarred loose by the hit.
Get another
Well, the
stop.
quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on
Get
that
another
play. He's
one.
a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it.
Force.
Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Aggies offense will go to work for the first time today. And these two electrifying runners can put on a show, guys.
Well, we always talk about the importance of tackling on defense, never more so than a game like this. When you've got 2 studs in the backfield that can make people look silly, you better bring hats to the football.
Yeah, and you think there'll be a lot of carries today? When you got running backs like this that you can feature, you're going to see them get the football a lot, early and often.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's a big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the
This
hardest
is
thing
brutal.
to do in college football is to go on the road.
This is hard.
Everything about it changes,
yes.
and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Sampson. He makes the grab. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Utah State has it inside the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes a catch and knocked down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's
Catch it.
incomplete.
Oh,
A
you
defender
dirty.
all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground.
Dirty.
4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
Dirty rat.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being out.
Come on, gang it up.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking to move it through the air. And he just threw that one away. Safe move.
Give me that.
Didn't see anything. Live to play another play. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. To the air, it's Cole. Gets him to the back.
Second tackle. Solid.
Shakes off the tackler.
Or
Nice
not.
move to pick up yardage. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football,
crazy
letting
stuff
them get some
happens.
positive yards.
Out of back.
Near the sideline, it's Ali. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup 6 for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the... Move the sticks.
Gonna run it. It's Darisaw.
Man, I go for a hit still, but
epitomizes a
switch
veteran,
sticks.
savvy senior who knows how to find space. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
Huh.
He's gonna pass. Lets it go. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the
Come on,
big
defense.
completion? They move to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. Made a little something
Punch it
out
out.
of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
Punch
Operating in
it
the
out.
red zone here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal for the offense. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm
Going
impressed with the
multiple
physicality up front of this offense because that's
8,
where it
9,
all
10
starts. If they're going to
plays.
march the ball down the field like they just did,
Explosive.
got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in
Whoa.
this game.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here
What
too,
is
David, a
this?
little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
First down here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Sampson. Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go, and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Escapes the sack.
Oh, come on,
And that
come.
defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. That defensive lineman just smelled pass on that play, and he
That's
got
why
in the
had to be
backfield
there.
and sacked the
We would
quarterback.
have had a bomb
And that's why
skis.
they get paid the big bucks. Defensive linemen, they got to play the run, be physical. But, man,
Oh
you can
my
get a beat and
gosh.
understand it's going to be a pass and jump off the snap like this, make a big play, and now you put them behind the sticks, and the advantage goes big time to the defense.
He gets it away from his own end zone. And the punt
All right, we need
gets down there and gets the return man
Need
on
some
the
type of
ground.
stop here.
Wyoming
No
takes over the
touchdown.
football and the Cowboy offense
Sure,
on its
3,
way out.
but
How about that
We need to
blocking
get
up
off the
front in
field.
that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening
Need to get
holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Using the quick game. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Guys, we have Wyoming on top as we reach the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
All right, second quarter is getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Sweet feet on the move. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Back to pass, it's Cole. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass. Defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here.
Yes, sir. And is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Weaver. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay.
Intercepted.
I didn't mean to click that button.
Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after
I had the touchdown.
And you don't see this very often with big defensive linemen. You see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They'll go right back to the run. Able to get one down to the 15.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He started in a great spot, but now facing a 3rd and 4. Scanning the field, it's Cole. Spits it out to the back. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the
turnover, boys.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Unloads it left. He's got it. And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. New set of downs after that completion. Quick strike complete. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Colin.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this.
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Utah State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, We needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Cole. Looking to the big tight end. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Well, that snow's coming down, and it's even thicker than rain. It just affects the football, and you can't get as much juice on it. And you could tell the QB couldn't get it to the wide receiver where he wanted to, and the defender made a beautiful play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up
Playing hot
inside your
potato
own 20
ball,
trying
hot
to come
potato,
out.
hot
But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up.
Headed to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in a spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back, you got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Utah State calls. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Utah State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Cole. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Cowboys will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Gets it out quickly. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Good right down the boulevard. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to pass. It's Cole. Coming after him. He's going to run it.
Hung up.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it.
Man,
Wide open downfield.
mother.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And that's
Dude,
his
let's have
2nd
take
receiving
off.
touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game.
All right,
And he can
we
do
got
this
3
kind of damage
timeouts.
after
We
he
can go
catches the
down.
And
football.
he
Get
got
ourselves
an
a
extra
field
point.
goal, and I think I
Working
get the
on
ball.
Snow, it was good.
Utah State 20.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw it, take it through the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
This one's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Feeling some heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Gonna take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
Poorly called.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle. A big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double-teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him, but the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the line, gets the quarterback, and gets
Cheaters.
The offense gets a fresh
Bunch
setter
of
down.
cheaters out here.
PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Sampson. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Oh, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there? The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. Hauled down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Aggies are on the move. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Aggies! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
2.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 yards.
All right.
Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A penalty on the play, and it looks like offensive pass interference. A 1st down for the offense. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Cole. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this up.
He's going up top. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's into the open down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, ball spotted at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Using his legs, it's Scarasol. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Never a doubt.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Looking to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Dances away from the heat.
No.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wants to throw. It's Sampson. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You don't see a lot of teams that are successful throwing the football in the snow. And obviously on that last one, got away from the quarterback, nowhere close to the intended receiver. And the defense able to come away with the INT.
Makes his connection. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On the option. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. Solid pickup
was
for
crucial.
4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Who's my receiver?
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down.
No, LFG, no.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs through the tackle.
Tough.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Got it in the middle. It's Toggle.
The first down pass.
By the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Sixth play of the drive coming up. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Oh, freak.
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man.
Quick and
The
turn
kickoff
my
goes
head.
out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. First down for this offense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw, it's Cole. It's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And here comes the offense on second down. Trying play action. He's got it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Got him downfield. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They're going back to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The quarter comes to a close. Utah State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go to the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Trying the left side.
Get it.
That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I love about this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to keep that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. You can score a touchdown. This thing's basically over. You know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Touchdown, Utah State. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air, it's Cole. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Smashes ahead. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
They executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position. And the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Wyoming! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Leaves it with the running back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I'm going to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs. And if I get a few 1st downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Sampson. Good timing on the quick out. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got the quick pass. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marked.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Utah State.
Touchdown, Utah State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
Wyoming, 31.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Back to throw, it's Cole. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Cowboys come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a hit.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Steps away to find some room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wyoming. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
On the move is the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Movement here from the tight end. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He'll throw it.
No.
He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
51, Wyoming, 38.
on the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse. And he's thrown another interception.
Oh, yeah.
And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Yeah, and these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Let's go! After the incompletion, back to the passing game.
He's getting
Got his man downfield.
Hubbard.
And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Cowboys!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Ten-game winner, baby. With a freshman quarterback. Beautiful. Dude, I'm kind of glad he's out of here. He kills me at times. He absolutely freaking slow. I wonder if beating them will get me in the playoffs. Did I play them? No. If only I could have beaten one of these dudes. Who's in that large? Memphis? Or App? I don't even know where these conferences are. No, App State's there. Who's gonna be? Is it Marshall? Cincy? Tulsa? Damn, how's Fresno? Those 15. Crummy. That's crazy. Southern Miss. Is it gonna be Southern Miss? Who the heck is that? No idea. There's gonna be nobody. Who knows? Crazy. Crazy. We out.